From Antelope Lanes in Prescott Valley, we got the title match of today's JBT event. It's Christian Apolonio back making his second title match in 7 days. Finished runner-up out in Texas last week, looking to win in Arizona this week. He started with the double, and he's going to start the show with a false start as he caught Cesar Padilla out of the side of his eye there. That's Cesar. He's in the title match for the second consecutive day. And for the second consecutive day, he's in trouble in the title match. He started slow, but that was a double in the 5th and the 6th for him, getting 8 pins against Dawson Reese, who's climbed the ladder to this point. Christian coming off a nerve-wracking, exhausting 1-pin win over Solomon in the semifinals. Holds that follow-through and likes that shot. That strike gives him 3 in a row, which is something he was unable to do last game, which neither bowler could do last game. Both he and Solomon were clean with the double last game. Solomon got that double in the 10th and 11th. He needed 9 pins to tie, got 8. Padilla with the point conversion. Now I barely caught that, but fortunately we have a solution. Check that out. One way to make the 5-count wash out. Yeah, very nice. Thank goodness, I love these videotape replay scoreboards. Fantastic. Harry has been extremely tricky on every finalist on this pair. So this will be an enormous front four if he can figure it out. And he does. Wow. He's got nothing to lose now after that match against Solomon. When Solomon got that double, he thought it was over. Instead, here he is playing for the title and taking full advantage with front four. Lucas has been fantastic all day. Qualified first after 5 at plus 86. Qualified first after 8 at plus 269. He says, there you go, and he's right as he catches the double and game on over in the scratch division. Came oh so close to his first title back in December at the doubles. He needed 3 strikes to tie, got 2 strikes and 9, and fell down on the approach in shock. Really at that with his partner Dave Srigliano. Had a runner-up finish since then as well, so he's been knocking on that door of that first win. So tough to break it down. Dawson knocking on the door of his 4th career win. He's running it out. And a half 10. That ends his string at 5 in a row. He's in pretty good shape though, nonetheless. Wins over Raymond Geyser, Clifford Robbins, we'll talk more about that in a second, and almost as dramatic, hang on, almost as dramatic a semifinal in handicap, 209 to 207 over Kevin Liu. Dawson got the strike he needed in the 10th to defeat Clifford. They're going to play each other again no matter what happens in this game because they're still awaiting the U17 title match. Nicely done at the 10th. Clifford was perhaps the individual highlight of the day with a 300 game today in game 1, his first career 300. And we hope that makes the Desert Bowler because he is wearing one of his more colorful outfits. Lucas stuck shooting at the always tricky 310. I hate 310s. I hate them. Hate them. Show me how to do it. That's how to do it. Beautifully done. Textbook conversion of that. Keeps himself very much in this match early on. Padilla, talk about a bowler who's been so close to his first career title. That's a nice conversion of the split, but he's starting to run out of frames. He has 2 second place finishes already. He does not want a second place finish number 3 right now, but he can only strike out for 200 even. Dawson would have to come back to him for that to be enough. Had a New Mexico winner yesterday and Luis Garcia in a handicap. Christian, only a one-time champ. His lone title came in Las Cruces 2 seasons ago. Pretty good ball. He's a half 7 there. We're going back to Las Cruces in less than a month, so he must be warming up for it. But yeah, has to get it going here in the 9th frame. There, is shredding the racks. There are plenty of bowlers that end up winning plenty of titles that go 0 for their first whatever in title matches. It's an entirely different creature than any other spot in bowling, whether it's a stepladder title match, a bracket title match, anything. It takes some getting used to. Dawson on a free roll as well. He could have been eliminated in each of the last 2 games. And he's caught himself a good look. Bowled on Broadway today, much lower scores than yesterday. If you were plus, you are in today. That's the first bowler out, was the first bowler minus in each division. Perfect form, cross lane at the left, at the 7th pin, no problem. Two real stylists here in the scratch title match. We see those big, booming, mega rev bowlers so often. Not this time. Christian with a flat-out low rev rate, and Lucas in the low to medium level, but both of them super excellent forms. That'll get the job done as well. Well, look out. Trouble here in the 10th. 5-10, if he misses them both, he's got 224, and that's going to be enough. The best Padilla can do is 218 with the pin. So it's going to be more heartbreak for Caesar and a heck of a ladder climb from Dawson, who's in a all-conference points race against both Robbins brothers. Apollonia now in the 6th frame rather, spare working. 8 missed, but it doesn't matter. 224 scratch is enough. Even though we're only in February, every point pivotal over there, and Dawson just turned a 50-some-odd point day into a 120-some-odd point day. Yeah, feel bad for Caesar. 24 hours ago, I told Caesar, keep bowling like that, he's going to win his titles, and he kept bowling like that and still hasn't won the darn title. Look at this form from Rab. How pretty. I guess that light hits a tickle. First time, I believe, is a scratch top seed. Talked about the shoulders being quiet. Lucas does it very well. Christian absolutely keys upon it. And of course, they're all falling now. Every time when it doesn't matter. But hey, second is as frustrating as it gets, but it's still a finish almost anybody else here would trade. Big shot here for Rab to get into the 2 teens. That looks good. Oh, but it wrinkled. Wow. I'm surprised. That left lane is tricky for the lefties and the righties. That looked good, and it just floated right at the break point. And of course, Padilla finishes with back 4 for 218. Well bowled and good sports, but Reese limes it. Man. Hate for anybody to lose when the bowling's that good, but that's nature of the game. Dawson, I told Cliff 1 and 2, but they ended up getting pretty slow. So 5 and 6, take 1 ball in each lane, both of you, and then it's your choice. No, Clifford's choice, right? Clifford's choice at letters. Yeah, Cliff. 5 and 6, go ahead and start. It's the after-school special for Dawson and Clifford here. Every shot big one. You get to this point of the title match, but this is to get into the 230s. Got it, wow. Where has this been for all the scratch finalists? Felt like Lucas had the best look, but all of a sudden Christian is just touring the shots right now. The tour rolls on to the high desert of California next week. Victorville, Mojave, and SoCal points on the line. And Christian's home city of Albuquerque. And right back here in Arizona in Phoenix. Lucas can only max out to 237. So this is almost a put-away shot. And he's got it, wow. Ask anybody else who's bowled on this pair, you got to make perfect shots to strike. Christian has come out with 7 out of 8 of them to massively put Rab behind the 8 ball here. Now he's in must-strike situations. Oh. I said it to you yesterday. Keep pulling like that. You're going to win a bunch of titles. I'm sick of telling you that. I bet you're sick of hearing it too, right?
Yeah.
That's all right. You'll get there. Well, that's step one of at least 4 for Lucas. He's got to keep Xing. Where in match play competition, forget about what your opponent's doing. Just maintain your form and throw the best shot you can. Still a 237 possible. If you told me you shot 237, I would have handed him the first place plaque. I would have thought that would have been enough. This looks good again. Boy, and it just wiggles at that spot. Righty, lefty, doesn't matter. What a weird little wiggle spot. I thought he threw it good. He thought he threw it good. Pin said, no sir. Similar career paths for Caesar and Lucas here, as they've both come oh so close to wins, and they're both going to have to wait one more day to do so. Yay, Dawson. He's going to stare that two pin down, and I don't blame him. Hey. This is when you're happy the bowlers are not wearing microphones. Because Lucas is a super nice guy, but there might be some mumbled words for lanes 1 and 2 right now. Similar game to what both semifinalists bowled, just Christian's coming up with a huge number out of nowhere here. Oh, live it up, Apollonio. You have paid your dues out here. You're about to double your title total. Oh! Hit it down. Don't give us a deadwood, you son of a gun. Just what we need, another delay. Well, it's gonna, hopefully it'll roll enough to get out of play here. If you're willing, I'm willing. All right. Lucas, you okay with that? All right. Oh, it hit the camera is what it hit and cycled it. We gotta spot this, sorry. Well, Christian being very clever for only a 2-time champ, he's getting every minute of camera time he can. There you go.
Usually on the other side.
He's like, I got this match, I'm going to get a deadwood and make it go in front of the camera, so I got to do a respot. Just fill it in once he gets it. Number 2, it might. Well, Christian with a well-deserved title here. Potential 258. Solomon's probably on the road back to California, but he might feel a little better knowing that Christian came out with 250 the last game. conquering lane 1, the difference in this match too. Christian on lane 1 with strikes in the 2nd, 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th, and 11th. He never missed on lane 1 in the title match. That looked to be the lane that was going to eliminate him earlier on. That's impressive. Second places like this are why it feels so darn good to win. So much has to go right. What? Now he can't help but knock him over. 255. Be a happy ride back to Albuquerque. And just like Caesar, you know Lucas is going to strike out now.
Yeah, you have to strike out.
Every time. Once it's over, you guys could probably throw 10 more in a row.
I know, right?
Yeah.
This is horrible. What is going on?
Fortunately.
Life lesson, don't be like me, Lucas.
Oh, jeez. That's a little hard.
Lucas is a good player.
I agree with that, too. A lot of good players lose their first, they go 0 and whatever for quite a while before they finally win one. And they win in bunches once they start winning. Jacob Buttrick, well yeah, Van Sickle's still in the middle of the league. Buttrick lost his first 6 or 7 with us. Well, when you're 0 and whatever, you never know if you're ever going to. Yeah. So it's such a relief when you actually do.
Well, that's the way I look at it. I know.
Good bowlers will keep going at it. And now, of course, he's got the entire lane, as always happens, every single time. Good stuff between 2 good finalists. Glad to see some more different faces in there, and congrats to Christian as well as Dawson. We do it all over again in 5 days in SoCal.